David, are you retarded, bro?
Yes, I am.
Actually, are you retarded? Your public accusation is that Jay Dyer works with Russia in order to destabilize the United States, correct?
Bingo.
I don't even understand how you...
I need David Wood to continue to attack orthodoxy theologically. And if he does so, then he is my hireling.
Got to that from the question I just asked you. So I'm going to try again. In what world or universe? What world or universe, David? Can you give me a critique of the anti-American positions of myself or Jay Dyer? What are they? What are the anti-American positions of myself or Jay Dyer, David?
Wait, Jay doesn't have a problem with America?
Bro, that's asking a question, not answering one. What are the anti-American positions of Jay Dyer? What are they?
Hang on.
He has no idea. He's just like, I didn't think that far. I just looked at libslop journos. I looked at libslop journos he debated against that were salty. They lost the debate. I didn't actually think about what Jay Dyer's positions were on any of this stuff.
Give me a few seconds. I'm not listening to a person. I'm listening to an alarm.
Oh,
okay. It stopped.
Appeal to alarm fallacy.
All right. Sorry, I have a son who has monitors hooked up to him. It beeps.
Okay, I understand.
If someone catches, if it stops, then that means someone else took care of it. Anyway, you and Jay Dyer, you're asking. Wait, so you guys aren't
okay? So he was actually checking out an alarm. Okay. I take back my comment. Please don't hurt me.
Anti-American and pro-Russian.
What are the anti-American positions of Jay Dyer? Or Andrew Wilson?
If you're telling me Jay Dyer's pro-America, hey, that's good.
Why are you not answering this question? What are the anti-American positions of Jay Dyer or Andrew Wilson, David? What?
You're saying there are none.
Oh my God! This is why I don't understand. This is a question that I would like you to answer. If Russia manipulating Orthobro, Andrew Wilson Orthodox, Jay Dyer Orthodox, lots of people in my chat Orthodox, many people in your chat also Orthodox. I would expect that there would be some serious anti-American sentiment coming from these people, especially their leadership like Jay Dyer. So what is it?
So you don't have a problem with America?
Oh my goodness. Answer the question. What are we doing? What are we doing here? He doesn't have an answer to the question.
So you're saying you're not actually anti-America? Mr. Andrew Wilson, who is helping the TPUSA? You're telling me that you are actually not anti-America?
Oh my goodness, bro.
I'm asking you. I don't watch you guys.
Then why would you make the claim, David?
Because it's not.
Because you're a liar. Because David's
based
a liar.
on that. It's based on what Russia.
And look, he's laughing. He's laughing about it. He's like, "Oh, I made the claim because I was trolling."
I'm asking you. I don't watch you guys.
Then why would you make the claim, David?
Because it's not. It's not based on that. It's based on what Russia is looking for.
You know. I had somebody from my old church. I had an older guy from my old church unironically text me and say like, did you know your church is like run by Putin or something like this after watching David Wood's video? This like that actually has real world ramifications. He thinks it's just like a silly troll. He just thinks it's like a little goofy thing. Meanwhile, we have people that are buying the Orthobro slop narrative. And I know at a deacon friend of mine's church, somebody came in there upset at the Orthobros and tried to punch the deacon in the face. So he's lying. He's lying. He doesn't actually believe that we have ties to Putin or to Russia or any of these things. He just thinks it's like a funny troll, like when he's trolling the Muslims or whatever. But he's doing it against other Christians and he's making up things. So now he's just going to play it off like, oh, well, it doesn't actually matter what I think. I'm just making loose associations because it's a funny haha troll.
And you guys doing it.
Russia would have people here as a destabilizing force.
Right. That's what it's based on. That's what it's based on.
Yeah, exactly. David is doubling down on the claim today on X. Is it a meme, troll, or not? Exactly, dude.
You guys aren't a destabilizing force?
That would require.
Good to see you, Rachel. Thanks for tuning in.
For us to have anti-American positions and want to move the country towards anti-American positions, which are
You guys aren't destabilizing influence? I'm saying that's what it's based on. Let me say it differently. 1990s. I'm not sure I ever heard.
David, are you retarded, bro?
Yes, I am.
Actually, are you retarded? Listen closely to what I'm asking you.
No, he's just a disingenuous liar. He's a disingenuous liar. That's what it is. He doesn't care. He doesn't care about the real world ramifications of these types of claims. He's hurt that we've impacted his grift. He doesn't like that Orthobros are saying like, hey, look, maybe you shouldn't send him to the Messianic Jewish synagogue. Oh, those Orthobros. Let me see what I can do. I'll look at like 2 libslop journos that hate Jay, and then I'll just conclude, you know what? They're actually working for Putin. You know what? These guys are actually they're working for Putin. They're dangerous. They want to destroy America. Hey, guess what? These guys are enemies of the country. What do we do to our enemies? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
The destabilizing force here of orthodoxy and Orthodox leadership, which want to destabilize and destroy America. They would be moving us towards anti-American positions, just like the communists did throughout the 60s and the 50s. What are those anti-American positions that we hold, David?
Oh, yeah, constantly blasting Protestants and Orthodox. I mean, and Catholics.
My God. Are you serious? Like religious?
Yeah, Putin. I am actually. Putin is my uncle. I don't know if you can tell. We look exactly alike. I am directly related to Putin. He is my uncle. We look exactly alike. Where's that monkey Putin meme I posted earlier? I'm going to show you. We have a striking resemblance. We have a striking resemblance. Here you go. Can you tell? We look exactly the same. That's me. Hold on. That's literally me. That's my uncle right there.
This debates. That's the anti-American position?
No. You've always had religious debates. Your guys' religious debates. For 20-some years, as a Christian, no one in the Orthodox Church ever said, hey, I need to accept the one true church and so on. Now I hear it.
He literally pays me in Dugan coin. He pays me in Dugan coin.
50 times a day. Something happened, and it was all over the past 4 years.
How in the world would that be anti-American? How is that anti-American? You have the Establishment Clause. It allows us to have those debates.
Yeah, you can have
literally
those
inside of the Constitution. The idea was that each state initially can have their own religion. The Catholics had their own state religion, dude. They had their own state with their own Catholic religion in it. How is this anti-American at all?
Do you think that's what's going on?
What?
Oh my goodness. Okay. Protestantism, bad, no foundation. One true church. Everyone's got to follow the one true church, or you're wrong. You can't be going and doing anything else. You have to just be debating the one true church. Everyone has to be in shambles.
Dude, nobody said you just have to focus on debating the one true church. We said stop sending people to Messianic Jewish synagogues. It matters where you send people, dude. It matters where you send people. I mean, are you sending people to this lady's church?
One time I fought with a warlock who asked to project it as a light being into the room I was in. And I physically fought with him. It was a knife fight. He had this crooked blade like this. It was actually made of light. This is how do you even explain these things? And I actually snagged it from him. And
you sending people to this lady's church? Does it not matter what church you send these people to? Oh, it doesn't matter. You just want me to debate the one true church. I won't do it. I won't do it. I reserve the right to send people to Schizo Lady Church. I want to send them to the Pentecostal. Maybe this week I'm feeling a little spicy. I want to send them to Pentecostal. I'm going to send them over to Apostle Catherine Crick. You Orthobros are stopping me, and I don't like this. I want to be able to send them to get their gens cast out of them. I'm going to send them to Gooning Church. I'm going to send them to this guy.
Of course it's fire.
Pastor Gooning.
Of course it's pain. Of course it's that's hot. Gosh, just shut up. I can handle it. I know what I'm doing.
I want to send him to
Gooning. That hurts. Oh God, I'm so tired. Oh God, I didn't want to lose her. Oh God, I didn't want to have that pain. Oh God, no.
I reserve the right to do this. You Orthobros, you're ruining my fun.
Shambles about their church.
Are Mormons anti-American, or Jehovah's Witnesses? Are they anti-American?
That's not what we're talking about, man.
Yeah, answer the question. Are Mormons anti-American?
Not what we're talking about, dude.
What makes them not anti-American? I don't get it.
If they were part of what Russia was calling for, and then we're
that stupid Gooning Church clip is making me lose it. I just It's so stupid.
Sense to cause as much division as possible in the United States. Then yes.
The thing you haven't demonstrated that any of these people have any affiliation with Russia whatsoever, and you can't name a single anti-American position they even hold.
Wait,
because
wait,
you know
Jay
what's funny
Jay
here?
on RT.
Yeah, Jay on RT.
Oh, Jay went on RT. It's over. It's over. It's over. He's working for Putin. He was on RT. It's over. John Kiriaku's working for Putin because he was on RT. So are like the several thousand American journalists that were on RT. It's over. It's over.
Great.
Okay.
Yeah, Andrew on CNN must be a progressive then. Must be a
RT,
progressive if I went on CNN.
Russian state television, RT, the same one that was funding the Western influencers.
Would you go debate on Al Jazeera against a Muslim?
What was Jay arguing on?
Oh, you didn't want to answer that one. You would absolutely go on Al Jazeera against a Muslim. Oh no, I wouldn't do that. I don't actually care about Muslims. I don't actually care about them. I don't get my Israeli kickbacks when I go and I do that.
Go debate on Al Jazeera against a Muslim.
Oh, sure. Is that what?
Oh, okay, great.
Oh,
Is that what Jay was
You
doing
got
there?
him.
Was that what Jay was doing on there? He was debating. He was debating someone.
He was probably giving his political positions. Which ones
let's see
of
what
those
those were.
political positions, or which ones of those positions are anti-American that he gave on RT? Can you give me one?
Let's see. The shows were evangelicals and Zionism,
Yeah.
the anti-Semitism trick. So that was the second show. So the first show was
Yeah.
evangelicals and Zionism.
Yeah.
Huh. That sounds
what?
exactly like your buddy Dugan there. We got Muslims and Orthodox on one side,
It
evangelicals.
sounds like Dugan. if you're anti-Zionist, you are Dugan. It's so stupid.
and Zionism on the other. Then we got the anti-Semitism trick,
Wait, hang on.
and then
What?
orthodoxy and the
This
state.
is an association fallacy again. This is crazy. So, do you agree with me that there's lots and lots and lots of atheists right now who aren't very happy with Zionists?
Yeah, sure.
What makes that anti or un-American? What?
Well, if they're being stirred up and incited and led by the Russians who are trying, I mean, my goodness, we've got it right in the writings from the plans in the 1990s saying destabilize, deceive, divide, anything that could split people, keep pushing that.
And if you so let me ask you a question. I'm very divisionary with the positions that I have when it comes to beating the shit out of progressive leftists verbally, and I've been doing it for years. I'm very, very divisionary.
That's very American.
What
Good to see it. Good to see you, Father Timothy.
about that is un-American?
That's totally American, unless you're doing it
Okay.
for Russia.
Great. Now you can show me that Jay Dyer's doing it for Russia.
Oh, well, I mean, you are the one who said
Uh-huh.
it's completely reasonable to conclude if someone doesn't argue for his church as the true church, to conclude that he's trying to spread the net as wide as possible for donations. You're the one who said it would be reasonable to conclude
No
that
one
he's a
said
grifter,
that.
even though it's not
No,
what you were
that's not-
saying.
narrative.
First of
Even though
all,
it's not,
that's
even
not-
though it's not what you were saying.
First
you
of all,
said
that's not
it
what
is
I said.
reasonable to conclude
Yeah.
that the
First of all,
person
that's
is a
not what I
grifter.
said, and that's just meta shit. So do you have any
You didn't say that?
evidence at all that no, those weren't my words. You're paraphrasing, you got it wrong. But
What
also,
was your
let's just hang
position
on.
on-
Hang on.
No,
Let's
I
just
just wanna-
let's
'cause
just-
I
hang on.
think I recall
David,
you saying
let's
that.
just grant it. Let's just grant it even.
Okay.
Let's just grant it. Great. Okay. Yeah. Andrew Wilson. What a tart that guy is. Anyway, your evidence that Jay Dyer works directly with Russia, or even if is affiliated in any way with anybody from Russia. Anything, David? Do you have a damn thing, David? One thing?
Yeah.
Okay. What is it?
Do the math again. Here's the plan for
Oh, my
destabilizing
goodness,
America.
bro.
Jay goes and does exactly that. And he's Russian Orthodox Church outside of
Oh,
Russia.
that's what it is. Of course, he's Rokor. This means he's Putin. He's a communist shill. He's Putin, even though he's literally debated on this exact topic. He is not a communist. That's ridiculous, dude.
He destabilizes
He pushes
America.
everything towards the Russian Orthodox Church and away from the Orthodox Church in America. Anyway,
So to get this, so hang on. I just want to make sure that I got your actual position correct. Your position here is that Jay Dyer must, in fact, work or be affiliated with Russia in some way, because documents which you uncovered through Google showed you that Russians going all the way back to, well, probably, I mean, since the turn of the century, really, if we're being honest, have plans to destabilize America. And Jay Dyer's rhetoric is a destabilizing force in America. Is that really what your position is, David?
no, my actual position is if
David Wood is debating Muslims. He's converting Muslims to evangelicalism, to Messianic Jewish synagogues, and all this type of stuff. This is a destabilizing force. He's dividing people. He's dividing people. This means David Wood works for Putin, because you just heard him, his own standard. He said, Putin just wants to destabilize the United States. So anything that divides people, that means they're working for Putin. Just look at it. Look, if Putin says he wants to destabilize America, well, you know what? Anything that causes division at all, that means they're working for Putin. This is logic. This is what you do.
Yeah.
If it's reasonable for someone to say this guy isn't demanding that people go to his church as the true church, therefore he's a grifter. If you can make that conclusion, when there can be all sorts of other explanations, if that is a completely reasonable conclusion to draw, then I think there's way better evidence that Jay is with Russia.
Did you think it was a reasonable conclusion to draw?
Oh, no, of course not.
Okay, great. So let's use that logic then, and now draw the actual conclusion that you want here,
okay,
without using that inference that you already think is bad. So let's start with that. What evidence you have Jay Dyer's in any way affiliated with anybody from Russia or with anything Russian? What is it?
Just that he's doing exactly what Russia said they wanted. And it all happened.
And so you're doing exactly what Russia said they wanted. You're causing division right now. Oh, David Wood, you're working for Russia. That's it. That's all it is, according to your own standard. And God Logic actually is a grifter. He actually is. I mean, and you're the one that encouraged him to do the GoFundMe scam. Let me go ahead and I'll play this again, because I keep the receipts. So this was God Logic on May 26th. He said, guys, in light of the recent Momo hijab crash out, he's inspired me to possibly reopen the Dono link. Okay. May 14th. Okay. He says, please help me with this. So once he's reached the goal, guess what? Now we're going to reopen it. I need more money. If you want to support he's got a legal fund going. If you want to support that, I'll include that in the description. Now, here's the asterisk to that. Okay. I went ahead and I tossed $100 into that hat. A lot of the anti-Islamianity guys, some of the stuff that they do does seem like they're grifting a bit. So I don't know. You could get scammed. I don't mind losing $100 to go support him in this situation. Does he actually need it? That's another question. But as a show of good faith, and because I really despise what Mohammed Hijab is doing, I think time to reopen the GoFundMe. I need 6 figures. I need 7 figures, actually. I need 7 figures.
China. All that happens, all of a sudden it happens right when Russia has a war. And then it's hey, Orthodox of the world. Hey, Orthodox of the world, unite, because people are taking different sides on the war in Ukraine. So the Orthodox Church is being divided, and all of a sudden, hey, let's all of us Orthodox unite against the Protestants and the Catholics and destabilize everything.
Okay, so
you gotta uncross your legs so the blood flow can reach your brain. You got to uncross your legs so the blood flow can reach your brain. I said, I don't mind getting ripped off $100 because he sounded like he needed it at first. He's like, look, I'm getting sued. My response is, nope, we can't allow people to start suing over debates. I harshly critique God Logic where I disagree, but lawfare over debate losses and response contents by Muslims is pathetic. Tossed $100 into the hat. Good luck. And then he proved it was a grift after the fact. I don't know if you know how dates work, though. This might be difficult for you. So I'll walk it down really slowly. May 14th is before May 26th. See, that's how dates work. When it's a smaller number, that means it was before the thing. Okay? That was before the thing. I don't know if you know how that works, though.
So how would the same thing not be true of like Zionists in Israel? Who basically, the second there's a war, right? They start creating divisionary lines when it comes to religion between them and Muslims, which seems totally accurate and fair to me, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, right? Here you have two Orthodox nations which are fighting with each other. Of course, the Orthodox Church and Orthodox people are going to have opinions about that. I don't understand, though, how we get to the conclusion that Jay is in any way involved with Russia, David. How do we get there?
Oh, yeah, you didn't see that, Rachel? Hold on, I'll show you something else. So God Logic reopened the GoFundMe after he hit the amount that he needed. And I'll show you the short that he posted after that, where he was flexing dollars saying, we gotta make 6 figures so we can be flexing on Mohammed Hijab, y'all. We got to make these 6 figures so we can flex on Muhammad Hijab, y'all. We're going to flex on him by making a whole bunch of money. That's what he was doing. That was his like little shtick here. Let's see if I can find that. Where's it at? No, this backfired on Sneeko. Where's the clip? Where's the clip where he's like flexing the cash? I want to find that real quick. Oh, was it this one?
So I'm asking, is Allah the father of Jesus?
Like, that's not what I clicked on. I clicked on this one. Come on, dude. This backfired on him. Was it this one?
I find the Quran.
No, it ain't that one. Where's the one where he's flexing the dollars, y'all? Where's the one where he's flexing them dollars, dog? Oh, did he delete it finally? Oh, no, it's this one.
Mr. Avery was able to raise $60,000 to take a man who is untrained in law, which is Muhammad Hijab, to court.
What? You're the one taking me to court. I'm just defending myself. When I saw 58,000, I was like, okay, yeah, that's it. We nearly doubled what I asked for. So I closed it. People are asking me to reopen the GoFundMe.
That's right. We got to reopen the GoFundMe so we can epically own Muhammad Hijab. We got to reopen the GoFundMe so I can make them dollars, dude. Muhammad Hijab, you didn't even know you was going to make me rich, you goofy, silly boy.
You have created a reason for us to band together and humiliate you once again.
Oh, and then he does the edit with the dollars, dude. He's flashing them dollars, bro. Says, yo, you're going to make me rich, Muhammad Hijab. We got you, boy. We got you.
Since it's going into your bank account.
Whoa. He's flexing the amount. He's getting the dollars keep going up. Oh, epically owned Muhammad Hijab Big Chungus style by taking everybody's money.
You did this.
Whoa. Epically owned Big Chungus style. That's how we do it. That's how we do it. We take everybody's money. We make it sound like we need it at first. And then when we get enough, we say, you know what? I'll reopen the GoFundMe and then I'll make an edit where I'm flashing dollar bills in people's faces and saying, you know what? We got them. We're cooking them, dude. This is how we cook people. I scam money off of people and pretend I actually need it.
All you've said here is, well, Russia planned to destabilize the United States, and Jay Dyer is a destabilizing force. Therefore, Jay Dyer must be working.
Yeah, I mean, that sucked. I mean, I gave like $100 because I felt bad. I was like, dude, this would suck. I don't want people to start suing over debate stuff. It was grift. Oh, well, what do you do? Live and learn.
With Russia. Is that right?
Not just destabilizing. It's the all the Orthodox unite against the enemy. That's kind of the idea.
Who's the enemy?
It's the Orthodox versus everyone else.
It's always been the Orthodox against everyone else. What are you talking about?
When were you guys like this, attacking in all directions? I understand.
SSPX separates from Rome, joins Orthodoxy, becomes the foundation of a revived Western right. One can dream. I don't think that would ever happen. You're definitely dreaming. Wait a minute, I'm slow. Are you saying Avery started the GoFundMe before he got sued? No, I'm saying he reopened it once he got enough. Once he got enough, he reopened it. Yeah, he reopened it so he could flash the money in people's faces. God Logic and DW are just hereticking for the dinner bill. That's what it is. Gotta get my dinner ticket, y'all. Gotta make that money.
Debates in the past and stuff. Again,
Always
decades. I never heard it. All of a sudden,
right,
Russian war.
Right.
Yeah, no. Before the Russian war, Orthodoxy was growing like a weed long before the Russian war. In fact, my inquiry started before the Russian conflict did. My inquiry into Orthodoxy started before the Russian conflict. I remember when that broke out.
You know, there's a spike in like the people.
Yeah, but that's an associative fallacy. You think that? Are you saying that you think there's a spike in Orthodoxy because of the Russian war? That's the cause of it?
No, I'm saying there's a coordinated campaign to be pushing this stuff, and there are people who fall for it.
Great, that's fantastic.
And I'm not talking about people falling for I'm not talking about people falling.
Hold on. I was in the chat with a discussion about reopening the dono. The chat wanted him to reopen. Oh, yeah. Hey, guys, you know what would be really funny? What if we reopened it? Do you guys want me to reopen the dono, dude? Oh, it's the chat's idea. Dude, they want me to reopen the dono and make 6 figures, dude. Oh, dude, it's over. Dude, we're gonna epically. Do you guys want me to epically own Muhammad Hijab Big Chungus style? Vote in the chat if you want me to epically own Muhammad Hijab Big Chungus style. Oh, dude, it's not me. It's my chat, dude. They just want me to do it, bro.
For Orthodox
You know
or
what?
something like that.
Bro.
I'm talking about
Here we
this.
go.
Hey, everyone else is weak. This is the masculine church. We'll show you how to be masculine. And the way to be masculine just happens to be do exactly what Putin wants you to do.
Which is what? How is it that the Orthodox Church teaches you to be masculine through doing what Putin wants you to do? Can you explain that to me?
Well, you go and attack all the Catholics and the Protestants and so on. And
Are they attacking them on their masculinity?
What?
Are they attacking them on their masculinity? What are you talking
They're
about?
not attacking them based on their masculinity?
Yeah, when? Where are they attacking them on masculinity?
Everyone who disagrees with them isn't gay and a female body part and so on?
Bro, that's everybody online who disagrees with everybody.
It's just an online thing.
Gay.
Chat. If you want me to open a GoFundMe, for $100,000, spam W's right now. Everybody in the chat, go ahead and just spam W's. Dude, I'm not grifting. I promise you, I'm not grifting. If you want me to epically own, spam those W's. Oh, there you go. Oh, my chat made me do it. Spam those W's. Up. See my chat. They forced my hand. I have to open a GoFundMe now for $100,000 to epically own. I guess David Wood. I guess I epically owe David Wood if I get $100,000. Haha, David, it backfired on you. I don't know. How does that work?
Online thing.
David, are you seriously going to tell me? Are you going to sit here with a straight face and tell me that literally everybody
is for Putin, $100K for Putin? That's what it is.
Online has a disagreement with somebody else, isn't going to call them a gay retard? Are you really going to tell me
It's
that?
not just the gay retard.
Are you going to sit here, look me in the eyes and tell me another lie, David?
Andrew, look at the articles coming out that, New York Times, everyone else, it's all, this church in the West is too effeminate, so I have to go to a man.
Church in the West is too effeminate, dude. Go look at the pride masses that they've been doing at the Roman Catholic Church all this last month. They literally are doing gay pride masses. These are the bishops of the Roman Catholic Church.
To come close, how are you going to teach him? How are you going to make him?
We got to get them to come to the pride mass where we've got rainbow halo icons. Yeah, the West, yes, absolutely. Christianity in the West has become very effeminate. Go to any of the mainline Protestant denominations. They're pushing gay stuff all day.
Church,
the Roman Catholic
in the West is too effeminate. Yes.
Okay, there you have it.
100%.
The church is effeminate.
Yes, the Western churches are very effeminate. Yes,
That's right. They are.
Do you want to know how I can prove that to you?
The solution is
do you want me to prove that to you?
The solution is to go to a manly church like the Orthodox Church, which teaches true masculinity. And in order to be masculine,
we didn't have any pride mass. Don't lie. San Bernardino LGBTQ plus mass welcomes all during Pride Month. This is literally a Catholic bishop in San Bernardino.
How are you going to teach him? How are you going to make him understand what
you're sticking your head in the sand? Like Roman Catholics, if you haven't realized that you've been having pride masses literally all month, what do? Just turn your phone off for the entire month and pretend it doesn't exist? That never happened. There's literally been several of them this month alone. What are you talking about? We reported on multiple of them yesterday. Go watch the live stream.
We just have to do what Putin wants.
You want it? Okay, so that's where we have the disconnect. So we were almost in some agreement there. You're right that Western Protestant churches have become very feminized. You want me to prove it to you? All you have to do is look at the male to female ratio. Far more females than males. Same thing in the Catholic Church. The Orthodox Church is reverse. You have more males than you have females. The Orthodox Church focuses on patriarchy, right? Like the Catholic Church used to do. So yeah, I do think that there's a femininity.
Oh, Cleave, come to my parish. We have no pride mass, only Sacred Heart Mass. Yes, we love Saint Margaret Mary Alacoque, who was famous for eating vomit and diarrhea. Yeah, we love the Sacred Heart Month, where Saint Margaret Mary Alacoque, who came up with the Sacred Heart devotion, was famous for eating vomit and diarrhea. That's what I want to go be a part of. Vomit diarrhea church.
The issue in the church. But I think tons of Protestants would agree with me. In fact, I was in a Twitter space the other night, and there was a ton of, including JP and others, who were agreeing with me that that's an issue inside of Protestant churches. But how do we get to that next part, David? The next part where they're doing everything.
The next part
Putin
where
wants.
you need to go Orthodox and so on.
Yeah,
that's the solution.
How would that?
It's not. The solution isn't, hey, quit being a weakling. The solution is go to the Orthodox Church.
And is going to the Orthodox Church doing what Putin wants.
Yeah, because when you go to the
So then
Orthodox Church, there aren't
everybody
enough.
who-
You go to the, I mean, my goodness, this is what keeps coming up with the Orthobros. You end up going online and you end up becoming part of the Orthobro movement. And they
So then
steer you towards Russia.
When? Where?
How many times do we need to read this?
Yeah, that's some guy from Discord, dude.
This guy says, wow, she never did that. Sorry. No, dude, you should probably read the lives of your saints. Creator of the Sacred Heart devotion was severely spiritually deluded. Margaret Mary's sole happiness was to kiss the wounds of the sick, press her lips to the most disgusting ulcers. Once in particular, when nursing a sister dying with cancer of the stomach, if you have, by the way, if you have a weak stomach, like mute this for like the next 2 minutes. Nursing a sister dying with cancer of the stomach and who could not retain anything upon it, she wished to clear away the vomit. She did it with her lips and tongue, saying to Jesus Christ, if I had 1,000 bodies, 1,000 loves, 1,000 lives, I would sacrifice them all. This is excerpts from Revelation of the Sacred Heart to the Blessed Margaret Mary and the history of her life. This is literally by her father confessor right here. This whole month, you are celebrating a devotion created by this woman who is basically an insane person who ate poop and vomit.
That's not evidence of nothing. And on top of that, let's point out a couple of things.
Wait, a guy who was a mod and an author for Patristic Faith, and eventually concludes
people who are mad at each other talk shit. Oh my God, I'm so stunned.
We're not talking about that. We're talking to who he gets to the point where they're not actually in this for the theology. They're in this for something else.
She was just trying to help her friend who was sick. Is that so bad? She was just eating a little puke. Is that so bad? She's just trying to help her out. What? Oh, what are you guys doing?
Yes,
to attack other positions.
That guy's mad, and so he's talking shit, and people are talking shit about him. That's how that works.
But it's exactly what I see, though. Right? I mean,
what? Where do you see it? You haven't tied any of this together.
99% of what I see from the Orthobros are just insults of one variety or another. Never here's what our theology is. I learned more from a 5-minute discussion with a priest in California about orthodoxy than I've ever learned from any of the Orthobros up until recently, where I started having a couple conversations.
A fuck. It has nothing to do with anything, David. What
does any of that like Orthobros mean? Orthobros mean this is how we're tied to Putin because the Orthobros are mean. It has nothing to do with the discussion, right? I mean, I could say Protestants are mean. You've got other Paul, you've got Sean Luke. Oh, they're harassing me all the time. Oh, I'm such a little delicate flower. Other Paul and Sean Luke are harassing me. This means the Protestants are working for Dugan. This is proof. This is the proof.
Tie this in to Russia is running the show for the Ortho Bros, because you keep saying the Ortho Bros doing everything Russia wants, but then when I say what's that, it's they're moving people to the Orthodox Church. By that logic, David, that would mean that anybody who moves people to the Orthodox Church is doing the bidding of Russia. Is that what you're saying? That just the mere act of joining the Orthodox Church means that you're aiding Russia?
No.
Okay, well then make this logically make sense to me. If Jay Dyer moves people into the Orthodox Church, right?
Russian Orthodox.
They're moving in. Right. No, not just the Russian Orthodox. He moves them into ROCOR. He moves them into the OCA. He's spoken highly of the OCA in the past and said, that's fine. Right. He said it multiple times. So what the hell are you talking about? What are you talking about? He's not just moving them into some Russian church. What do you mean?
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's not like Jay is like a ROCOR supremacist, you know. The other jurisdictions are valid. They're canonical. Like you can go there. Just become Orthodox, right? Now you might talk about, and I might also talk about, issues within various jurisdictions, but that doesn't mean that we're like, oh, we're shilling. It's like ROCOR only. If you're not ROCOR, you're not Orthodox. Nobody's saying that, dude.
Here's what I mean.
Now he said he learned the most talking to a priest on the 7th, I believe. What is this? I think it is going to be on the 7th. Yep. On the 7th, I'm literally going to have a clergy Q&A with 3 Orthodox priests, Father Timothy Curran, Father Michael Lilly, Father Jonathan Ivanov, all on my show. Okay. Different jurisdictions. Okay. Not all ROCOR. Different jurisdictions. They're going to be on my show. If you want to ask them your questions, feel free. If you feel you learn more from a priest, you can join us. You can pop up on the show. I don't care, dude. And then if you guys find that helpful, you can swing by the show as well. We're going to have a 3-priest clergy Q&A. You can ask them any of your theological questions.
I can't talk to a Muslim now without some Orthobro jumping in there and saying, what church you bringing up to? Wrong church. It's become a constant distraction to paralyze everything that's going on anywhere else. Protestants, Catholics, everyone else.
You sound like a paranoid schizophrenic lunatic, dude.
I know.
Oh my God. Orthodox people, well, they'll jump in and say that my theology is wrong, and that makes me mad. It makes me upsetty spaghetti when they do that. So Russia, right? You sound like a fucking Democrat, David. You're fucking, the Russians came in.
So that's exactly why he made up the whole shtick, is because he's upset that Orthobros are calling him out, that the Orthodox are calling him out on his faulty theology. Look, you can't just be sending people wherever. You can't just be sending them to the Messianic Jewish synagogue to go get circumcised after they're converted. It matters what church you send them to. We say this out of love. We say this because we want you ultimately to repent and to join the Orthodox Church as well, to join the church that Christ established. If you put yourself in our shoes, if we actually believe what we say we believe, that the Orthodox Church is the ark of salvation, that there's no sacraments outside of the church, if we actually believe these things, then of course we're going to witness to you. And of course we're going to be shocked and scandalized when you send these people to literal cults to go get destroyed.
The Russians came in, they manipulated our elections. You literally sound like a whining bitch, dude. Oh my God, the Orthobros are mean.
Who sounds like a Democrat? Look at this. We've got the President of the United States, Barack Obama. Governor Romney, I'm glad you recognize that Al-Qaeda is a threat, because a few months ago when you were asked what's the biggest geopolitical threat facing America, you said Russia, not Al-Qaeda. You said Russia. And the 1980s are now calling to ask for their foreign policy back because the Cold War has been over for 20 years. Who do you have here? You have the king of all the Democrats saying it's stupid to think Russia's the threat. There are so many other threats. That time has passed. So you're sounding just like Barack Obama.
Oh, you're right. Except that, that was like 20 fucking years ago. Can we talk about Hillary Clinton, bro?
Okay, so you're like Barack Obama.
What about Hillary Clinton? So you're like Hillary Clinton. You're like Hillary Clinton.
Well, that's exactly what he was doing. He's pulling up like all this geopolitical slop from 20, 30 years ago. Even longer than that. He pulled some up from the 70s as if it's applicable to today. But nothing current. He's trying to weave a narrative that is non-existent.
Like Barack.
You're like Hillary Clinton. You're like Clinton.
Obama.
Yeah,
David
David
like
Clinton. David Clinton.
You're like Obama.
Okay, got it.
Andrew Obama.
You sound like a Democrat, bro. You're literally blaming all of Orthodoxy, Orthobros online, saying you're saying they're part of a Russian conspiracy that you can't demonstrate.
Yeah, that they don't. Most of them don't know about.
You can't show a single tie to any of the quote Orthodox online leadership to Russia at all. And all you've done is say it distracts me from my work when they come in. It makes me upset and distracts me from my work, and that's destabilizing to the nation. I want to tell you a couple things. First of all, nobody in the nation knows who the fuck you are. So if Orthobros are messing with you, okay, or whatever,
but you said no,
that's not destabilizing the nation. That's not destabilizing the nation.
Oh, I'm not really talking about that. I'm just saying you guys are doing that to everybody.
Who's everybody? They make fun of you sometimes on the internet, bro. That's it.
If people make fun of me, I'm talking about.
Yeah, who?
We can no longer do evangelism or anything else without Orthobros jumping in there. No one else is jumping in there.
Oh, I get bad comments in the YouTube comment section. It's over. They must be working for Putin because I get bad comments in the comment section. Whenever I send somebody to the Messianic Jewish synagogue to go get circumcised, they say mean things about me. They say I shouldn't have had him cut the tip of his pee-pee off. They shouldn't have done that. They should not be mean to me.
Oh no, that's terrible.
If I want to get them to go, if I want to send them to go get circumcised, I should be able to. That means you're working for Putin.
Who think we have the wrong church and so on.
Yeah, so you're upsetty spaghetti because the Orthodox are hindering your Protestant evangelical mission.
Among
David.
All the other things they're doing.
So Russia, it's actually secretly Russia who is destabilizing. Russia is targeting you guys and destabilizing
Russia's
us by
definitely targeting and trying to destabilize. We know that. Are you denying that? You're denying Russia.
I'm denying 100%.
I know you're denying the connection, but you don't think Russia is trying to destabilize and so on?
I think Russia's been trying to be a destabilizing force against the United States since the 50s.
How would you identify? So there are times they're caught. They put, they send money here or they have a spy here and the spy gets caught. Do you think everyone gets caught or there are some people who are doing?
Do you think every Israeli spy gets caught that supports your evangelical cult, David? Do you think every Israeli spy gets caught? Is that, what are we doing here? They're all under Putin's control. All the Orthodox, they're under Putin's control. Or no, actually, when pressed on it, I'll just backtrack and I'll say it's just the Orthobros. And then when asked to present specific cases of individuals, he'll just say, no, it's actually just Jay Dyer because Jay Dyer was mean to me. Like, that's it. It's just so dumb, dude.
doing it, and you don't have, let's say, the paperwork for it. How would you identify someone? How would you identify? Because the way I were to do it, if I wanted to, would be I would say, okay, what are they saying they want, and who's doing exactly what they say they want?
Well, let me tell you how this actually works in real time. Having studied politics for my entire life, what happened?
Yeah, you know what I might do? I might go and look at these organizations that call themselves the Economic Iron Dome for Israel and the Jewish people, Barzell Media, and I might look to see David Wood's face on their website for the Economic Iron Dome for Israel. Oh, maybe that means you have some ties to Israel, bud. Oh, wait a minute. What is this? What does this foundation do? It ensures that anyone standing for Israel has the commercial capacity to continue to do so. So they're tied with Israeli media, Israeli Economic Iron Dome, defense funding, all this type of stuff. Wait a minute. You can't possibly have any ties to these people. Maybe this would actually show some kind of tie to a foreign interest. Granted, his tie with them is just they provide him with stuff to sell to support Israel. That's as far as this partnership goes. But these are some actual ties here. And as you see at the end of this, AP is going to discuss how he was approached by people in charge of Israeli defense to come and do some kind of like tour or something. Talk about like some ride he took with them.
It's not to say that streamers haven't been influenced. They have. It's just that you want to spend your money, like these are highly expensive operations. You're going to spend your money where you get the most amount of influence.
Yeah.
Okay. Hang on. Stop, David. Stop, David. Hang on. Let me finish.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying, like, hasn't that changed?
You're going to spend it where you get the most amount of influence. It hasn't. It hasn't. There's still mostly running
politician. Like, what do you mean? Where would that?
Yeah. They're still running most of their espionage at the higher political levels. Yes. Now that it is true that's probably picked up with streaming, just like it picked up with news networks, right? There's always going to be foreign actors who do this. That's 100% correct. Mm-hmm. But you have not identified any foreign actor connection with any Orthodox streamer, not one. And when you say, don't you think that we should be able to at least identify some? I can even grant that position. Okay, how about just one?
So the Russians say, here's what we want. And
can you give me one? One who you say and claim will be willing to claim publicly is working with Russia or working with Russian
exactly. Just give us one person. Yeah, when pressed on it, who are you going to say this about? This was the same thing that I said to the guys on Roots of Orthodoxy when I was talking to Jonathan. I was like, look, when you say Orthobros and you're associating all these things like what happens online or like mean or like somebody else was saying like we're racist or something. Who do you think they're actually associating that with when you make these claims about Orthobros? There's like 3 dudes. Well, maybe 4 if you include Andrew. But you can say like Andrew, Jay, Alex, me. There's not that many people out there that are like public figures that you could slap that label on. So when you're saying they're all racist, when you're saying they're all like, I don't know, run by Russia or something, who are you really talking about that has a public face online? It's like 4 dudes. Maybe more than that. I mean, somebody else can talk. Oh, Jim Bob as well. Why am I forgetting Jim Bob? So maybe like 6 dudes you could say that about.
Chris, can you just give me one fucking name, dude? One.
Oh, Jay Dyer.
Okay, so your public accusation is that Jay Dyer works with Russia in order to destabilize the United States, correct?
Bingo.
Okay, so
now he's trolling. Now he's trolling. Yeah, exactly. Jay Dyer's a Russian asset. He's a KGB sorcerer. Bingo. It's all just a big joke to this dude. Bad faith actor.
I'm gonna try to troll your way out of your claim.
No, that's what.
Is that it?
That is my claim.
Is that your actual claim? Okay, great. Bingo. Now let's see a single shred of evidence for that claim being true that Jay Dyer works with the Russian government to destabilize the United States. A shred of evidence, dude.
Oh, I've given plenty.
You've given 0.
Oh,
not goodness. One shred of evidence. You showed me a plot from the Russian government to destabilize the U.S. You haven't shown any evidence Jay Dyer's involved in that at all.
It's pretty straightforward. Again, this is Jay.
You just got to believe me, dude. You just got to believe. It's pretty straightforward if you turn your brain off and you just believe every word I say and you don't think about it. Then it's pretty straightforward. It's just self-evident. This is like what other Paul and Sean Luke say. It's just self-evident. That I exist is just self-evident. I don't need to prove any of my claims. My interpretation is self-evident. Sola Scriptura is self-evident. It just is what it is, dude.
It's pretty
This
straightforward.
is Jay's standard. I can look at someone and say, here's what I would expect him to be doing if he's this, but he's doing something else. So he's actually
What about by your
this.
standard? How about your standard?
Oh, no, just in the name of full disclosure, if it was my standard, I would not be accusing Jay of anything right now.
So you just, dude, so you just admit this whole thing is a troll. That's why you accuse Jay of being like Putin's like lapdog, because you think it's a funny troll. You think it's all ha ha he he. What about when somebody gets killed? What about that? What about when you get one of your schizo boomers to go out and do something bad? It's just like a troll to you. I mean, I guess that wouldn't be too far of a reach for the dude that tried to kill his dad with a hammer, but I mean, it's just ridiculous. It's just a troll to him. That's all it is.
That's it. So you're just trying to troll your way out of your stupid ass claims because you got blown out in the debate, David.
Goofy.
No, I would.
You're just literally trying to troll your way out.
No, I would say that. I would say that at any point. I would say that at any point. It's pretty.
It's pretty
straightforward. I don't know
because you had nothing. You had nothing, so you're trying to troll your way out.
Andrew, hang on,
dude.
1 second.
You're fucking terrible.
Andrew, 1 second. Do you see me normally going around accusing people of these kinds of things? No, you've never seen it. I do it right here with one guy. Why? Just applying his standard of evidence for tossing out accusations. And then you say, why are you doing that? Oh, it's because you lost the debate. No, I've been doing this for a couple months now.
Mm-hmm. So
I just noticed this awesome Russia connection.
Mm-hmm. So all the streams that you did on the
just said if it was by your standard, you wouldn't do any of this. You wouldn't even make the accusation if it was by your standard. So you admit you don't have any evidence. You just think, oh, well, because these guys are making this claim I disagree with, they obviously must not be taking this stuff seriously. So I could just say whatever I want, and it doesn't matter. I could just troll my way through it.
Connection between Orthodoxy and Russia and the Orthobros in Russia, you was just funning.
Wait, which ones? Which ones are you referring to?
The ones that you've recently done on your channel. It was just funning.
Not sure what you're referring to.
Bro. What a waste of fucking time. Really? This is what it was, dude?
I agree. We could all be doing something more, something better right now. But the Orthobros say we have to do this.
Oh
Let's see. Korah, Sam Shamoon, Rotherham, grooming gangs, women in Islam. Was Jesus a Muslim? Muhammad Hijab and Yasser Qadi.
Yeah, he's just wasting everybody's time trolling. Doing my part, being masculine every day. Thank you so much. Very based. Continue to be masculine. Keep lifting those weights, dude. Masculinity equals Russia. I guess. What in the poopery did I turn into? Oh, the Sacred Heart nonsense. Yeah, it's wild, dude. Go. I might do a standalone show or something talking about some of these Roman Catholic saints. A lot of them that were canonized post Vatican II are absolutely insane. I mean, they're like getting visions of like getting foreskin rings from Jesus. Like, Jesus is my boyfriend. Some of them had like a spiritual, like sexual event or something, and then they just canonized him as a saint. It's just wild. DW sounds like he's briefing Buzz Lightyear on mission. Oh, on mission. Yeah, I don't know. He's very odd presentation. Cleave to Griftiquity. Please give it to Putin. That's right. Help support the grift. Send in them super chats, dude. Help hit the goal.
Muslims beg rabbi to help them. Libiano, Malik Libiano, rabbi tries to rescue Muslim.
She's just sitting there doing nothing.
Person, I will apply that standard and that threshold to him, which is what I'm doing with Jay. And if you have
that's what I'm doing with Jay. I'm making up a standard, and I'm literally just trolling.
Oh, here's my suspicion. Therefore, I can say this person is this or that. If that's the threshold for making a claim, okay, then when I'm talking about that person, I will apply that standard and that threshold to him, which is what I'm doing with Jay. And if you have
so you're just making it up. So you're a piece of crap.
But yeah, we'll have to go back and see what you said.
I literally get texts from people I know that buy your stupid nonsense, that now think that the Orthodox Church is controlled by Putin because you're an insane person. I literally get texts from people who I previously had a pretty decent relationship with. This stuff actually has real life ramifications. You're a piece of crap, dude.
I seem to recall you insisted it is reasonable to conclude that.
So I just want to make sure, David, I'll ask again. Do you actually believe that or not that Jay Dyer is working with Russians, or that the Orthobros are part of a Russian conspiracy to destabilize the United States?
I can say the evidence points towards the Orthobros being used and manipulated and at some level controlled by Russia. Vast majority of Orthobros being completely ignorant of what they're really doing and thinking they're just defending the one true church when they've actually been manipulated and conditioned and programmed to actually go out and do the bidding of Russia. And if you say Jay's not aware of what he's actually doing, well, then he'd be a useful idiot for Russia. I don't think that Jay's
but no evidence, right?
Oh, all kinds of evidence, man.
None. You haven't provided.
Doing exactly. If you took everything Dugan and all these other guys said they wanted and stuff like this and rolled it up into a person.
What does it have to do with Jay Dyer? What does it have to do with the Orthobros? You pull up Dugan. He says white people deserve to be eradicated. Does that mean that now I believe white people deserve to be eradicated? Do I have to subscribe to every schizo random Russian guy's like takes on stuff? What are we doing? This is so dumb. So can I just pull up, since you're so pro-Israel, I can just go pull up the Israeli defense minister saying that all of Lebanon should be reduced to ash. So now that's got to be your position too. Every Muslim should be put to the sword. That's got to be your position too. Like, look, we could just do that back and forth. This gets us nowhere. Why don't you stick to the actual theology instead of just making crap up? Because you're salty that people are commenting on your YouTube channel. I mean, this is just dumb, dude.
It would be Jay Dyer.
No, it wouldn't.
Jay Dyer's the type of dude that watched Rocky IV and was rooting for Drago.
Gotcha.
David's problem is pride. He's so full of himself, it's sad. Look at his face when AW said nobody knows who he is. He cracked. Yeah, exactly. Jeez, bro.
Sure.
I mean, that's what we're witnessing. We're witnessing this guy devolve in real time. Any credibility that he has is going to be gone after this.
Okay. Are y'all done trying to troll your way out of your L, or is there anything else you wanted to cover?
No, I think the point stands, and it's going to stand for a long time. That
you didn't have any evidence, got wrecked in a debate, and tried to troll your way out of it. I think that will stand for a long time. I agree with that.
That's what it is.
No, not really.
All DW has done since the beginning of this feud is projection, saying Jay controlled by Russia is a tell from him being bought by Israel. Yeah. Well, he does. I mean, he legitimately does have ties to, I mean, we just showed this. He legitimately does have ties. He helps fund the economic Iron Dome for Israel and the Jewish people. He pushes their little arts boxes and stuff, and then he gives a portion of those proceeds for Israel's defense. He literally does have ties to Israeli defense. That's just true. That's just true. He's so full of pride, he thinks he could debate Dyer on icons when he admits he knows nothing about it. It's like he's going to be swimming with Jaws. Yeah, but if you don't admit you have a position, then it's kind of like, I mean, I honestly think it's harder to debate somebody who doesn't have a position, because then they just change constantly. That's all they do. They just constantly change their position. David Wood's making the same mistake JP did by thinking Orthobros were low-hanging fruit and they could just troll and bully, only for it to bite them in the butt. Yeah, well, he's used to playing the psycho card against Muslims. So he thinks that because people like left nasty comments in his comment section or something, that makes us just as stupid as Muslims and the same tactics would work against us. You can't just make crap up and expect it to stick with the guys that have been crushing Protestants in debates, crushing the Catholics in debates, crushing the atheists in debates. It's not going to work with us. It's just not going to work. You're not dealing with low IQ Muslims, dude. You're dealing with the guys that had to deconstruct their entire worldview, sacrifice everything to enter into Christ's church. That's who you're dealing with. You're not dealing with the low IQ Muslim trolls. What he's failing to realize is that there's a point being made when Andrew trolled him about his theology, ecclesiology. Right, exactly. That he has done. He doesn't have any solid points. He doesn't hold to anything, or at least he won't acknowledge it. He won't tell anybody what his denomination is. He won't tell anybody what he believes about once saved, always saved, or any of these other points. Wood keeps talking about orthodoxy destabilizing America. I don't hope America gets destabilized. I don't hope that at all. I want America to be holy. That's what I want. I want America to repent. I want America to be holy. And the way that that's going to happen is people are brought to the Orthodox Church. One singular focus. Identity politics completely out of the window. Geopolitics, shilling for foreign interests, all that stuff is retarded. There is one thing that we should be laboring towards. That is winning souls for Jesus Christ and having them enter into his church. That's what I'm concerned about. I'm concerned about people entering into the ark of salvation. Doesn't matter identity politics, color of their skin, whatever, what their nationality is, all this kind of stuff. Bring them into the church. We want America to be holy. That's what the focus needs to be on.
Because people are finding
Not to say that politics don't matter, but that's the ultimate goal. The ultimate goal is the salvation of people, their souls.
Finding out a lot about the Russian Orthodox Church and how corrupt that place is.
Okay. Can we get to the second part now? Your affiliations with Israel?
Sure.
Do you have any?
What do you mean?
Do you have any affiliations?
What super chat didn't I read? What did you say? I'm pretty sure I did read. I read all of them.
With any government officials in Israel, and have you ever received any monies from said officials who are connected with the Israeli government?
Not that I'm aware of. If someone tossed in a super chat,
oh yeah, of course. That's unknowing. What about your former partner AP?
Not that I'm aware of.
So he didn't make. Let me share this video with you. I just.
Oh, and the video doesn't end up loading, by the way, so I'll skip past that.
Wouldn't you want to investigate who these interesting connections were with?
Hold on, I'm gonna go back.
Says don't know.
IP.
Yeah, it doesn't.
You have no sound? All right, anymore. Yeah. So here's what he says. He says,
"Oh, I did read that. Go back and watch."
I've been invited to Israel by people with very interesting and very important connections. That comes from your co-host, Apostate Prophet. Who do you think those interesting connections were with, David?
Don't know. You want me to ask him?
Yeah. Did you go out to Israel with him?
When was this?
Do you want me to pull up the date on the video?
No.
So Apostate Prophet was invited. Ridvan was invited to Israel by Israeli officials. Uh-oh.
He was there recently, like when Tommy Robinson was there and stuff. I don't know which trip this is.
But who are these interesting connections?
I don't know.
If somebody said that you have some interesting connections in a foreign nation, and then you went out to said foreign nation, wouldn't you want to investigate who these interesting connections were with?
Depends on if it was relevant.
Yeah. Who do you think the interesting connections could be?
In Israel?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. What, Netanyahu? I don't know who. Netanyahu?
Do you think that it was? I don't know. I'm asking you.
I don't know. I know who we talked to when we were there. I don't know. I mean, he was there with Tommy Robinson and a couple of others.
Yeah. And does Tommy Robinson have any connection with the Israeli government?
Don't know.
Don't know. And you don't have any, of course. You just went out there with your friend, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you kiss the wall when you were there?
No.
No. Did you put on a yarmulke?
I did that.
You put on the yarmulke.
Yeah.
And then
he goes there. He doesn't kiss the wall, but he put on a yarmulke while he was in Israel.
Paid any amount of money?
No.
You weren't paid any money?
No.
No. And your trip wasn't paid for?
We did a fundraiser for that.
Yeah. And when you were there, the Israeli government gave nothing to you?
No.
Yeah. Who do you think the interesting...
I'll go ahead. Yeah. I'll go ahead and tell the only anything as far as the Israeli government saying anything that had anything to do with me was they messaged AP when it was the Muslim cowboy posted something about Jews and Christians are going to be under his feet or something like that. And I took a picture of me standing on the Quran and I said, look, what's under my feet or something like that. And AP actually got contacted by someone and said, hey, that guy you're with, tell him that that's not allowed here. So that was it. That's when I heard from the government. I was at an event where there was like the former deputy mayor of Jerusalem, and she said we could take the cab back from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem with her since she already had one scheduled, and we were going to get a cab. And then AP went and spoke at a.
I wonder who donated to him in that GoFundMe. Who sent him the money on the GoFundMe? Go check some of those names, the bigger donators. They're very obviously like Israeli names. The biggest donators in his GoFundMes when he does like the travel GoFundMes and stuff like this. Oh, I didn't receive any money from Israel. I just got money from Israeli sponsors in my GoFundMe.
On one of their programs, and
Bibi Netanyahu, if you want to send me $7,000, send me $7,000. Bibi, please. 5 million super chats, Bibi, please, my best friend.
I don't know if she was interviewing him or she was there or something like that, but I saw them in the same building. As far as government, that's all I'm aware of.
Now, let me ask you a question, David.
I just saw that Will guy was still in the chat. Did he make an alt? I thought I banned him already. Did I ban the wrong person earlier? I banned him when he was trying to troll Rachel Wilson. Did I accidentally ban Rachel Wilson from my chat? That would suck. I was trying to look through my banned users section here. I was like, oh crap, did I accidentally ban Rachel? I wasn't thinking. Did you notice he nodded but said no when asked if he kissed the wall? X'd out. Yeah, exactly. He probably did kiss the wall. I put on the yarmulke. I didn't kiss that wall though. I did put on the little hat.
If it was the case that you had evidence that Jay Dyer had taken a trip over to Russia and one of his co-hosts had said that they were going there to meet people who had, quote, very interesting connections, would you say that that would actually give some evidence to the fact that he was conspiring with a foreign nation?
Given Jay Dyer's threshold of where you would actually accuse someone of something, yes.
So then it seems like it would be perfectly acceptable if we're going to use that threshold then to just go ahead and accuse you and say we have better evidence actually than you do that you work for the Israeli government than you've been able to provide that he works for Russia. Is that right?
You can say whatever you want.
Okay, now let's just go by your standard. If your standard is
my standard or my standard,
whatever standard that you might have, what your standard yourself as yourself, Mr. Wood.
Okay, good. I didn't accidentally ban you. Good.
Okay.
I was like, oh crap! Somebody said he did make an alt. That's what it was.
Tell me, which one of us provided more compelling evidence that the other one could have connections to a foreign nation? You about myself or Jay Dyer, or me who showed a video of your partner saying that he has interesting Israeli connections and you went on a trip with him to Israel? If you were the judge and somebody asked you which one of these is more compelling to you to make a case for that, which one would you pick?
Oh, I'd go with the Russia all the way.
Okay, so Jay Dyer's been to Russia then?
He's been on their state newspaper. So we can kind of say, suppose AP was on Israeli state TV for multiple shows. You wouldn't be at all suspicious about that?
Well, from the United States?
Yeah, he's going on Israeli state TV to attack all the enemies of Israel or something like that.
Yeah, but never made a trip back to the old Russia like you can only be working. Israel,
you can only be working with someone if you take a trip there.
I'm just asking about the compellence of evidence.
Oh yeah, I'd have to say the Russia case.